Even when I'm playing someone named Fat Amy, I'm all about confidence and attitude. I went to a Christian high school, so I went under my middle name. I don't think they would have accepted me in the school. This is Rebel, so I have two middle names, Melanie Elizabeth, and I went under those. But Rebel's way cooler. I like to take things one step at a time, because the entertainment industry is very uncertain. I wrote my own play, the Westie Monologues, about where I'm from in Australia, and it was very successful. From that, I started getting offers from television. Because of my filming commitments in America, you have to sign contracts where you can't change your physical appearance. My family keeps me pretty grounded. Like if I try anything diva, they're like, oh shut up, go and do the dishwasher. I think that women out there should just be happy with how they look, and they shouldn't really try to conform to any stereotype. Just be happy and, hopefully, healthy. I studied law at university and was sort of grooming myself to go into that kind of career. I filmed The Wedge while studying, which was very difficult, but I'm proud I completed my degree. Work hard to achieve integrity in your work and your relationships with the people you work with. I caught malaria, and the medicines caused a hallucination. I dreamt I won an Oscar for acting. I know it sounds stupid, but it was so real, and I just knew then it would happen. All my family has very good mathematical abilities, like, so dorky. I was the dork then in school. On any maths exams I'd get 100%. I just knew how to do maths and most people would hate it, but for some reason it just came. There are so many glamorous actresses, but you know what? In the real world, nobody looks like that. The more I know about America, the better I'll be at performing American characters and American stories. In comedy, it's not the glamorous, beautiful people that are great at comedy. They're either every man or every woman. They're either quite tall and lanky or shorter and fatter or have a big nose. They have something physically about them that makes them into a comic stereotype. I remember my first taste of American big movies was Ghost Rider. I'm in 2 little scenes. But for those 2 little scenes they had 400 extras, upside-down stunt cars, and a fire brigade. I do notice that when I come in to meet casting people, they love that I'm Australian. Maybe it's our good work ethic. I contracted malaria in rural Mozambique. I was a youth ambassador for Australia. For a year after high school, you give positive speeches about Australia, and as part of it I traveled to lots of different countries. In Night at the Museum 3, with Ben Stiller, I was only given a couple of lines. If you are in guys' comedies, it's not like you are ever going to just get handed some jokes and a brilliant role. I really like writing from real-life experiences. Audiences seem to prefer the stuff I couldn't have made up. Where I come from, out in the suburbs, I didn't know anyone who was a professional actor. And girls that looked like me? No girls like that were on TV. When I came to America I thought, wouldn't it be awesome to get into one movie? And then I get cast in Bridesmaids, as my first job here, and it's such a huge movie. As a kid, I never thought I'd be an actress. Never, ever, ever, no way. I was really shy, bordering on social disorder shy, and I was really academic. I'd love to do Broadway or the West End. I'm sure doing 8 shows a week is grueling, but I did a lot of stage shows in Sydney and I love performing live. A League of Their Own had some special meaning for me. I guess, it's about women joining together and being empowered, but also about sisters sticking together even when there's drama and struggles. I'm really close to my 2 sisters and my brother, so I liked that about it. At school, nobody thought I was smart and I became smart. Nobody wanted to be my friend and then I had lots of friends. What they do in America in all those sitcoms is hire glamorous girls and they're never that funny. That's because they've never had to develop a personality because they're hot. I think Russell Crowe is a brilliant actor. I'm trained in musical theater and Pitch Perfect is the first movie where I get to really belt out. I beat Adele for that role. I'd love to do a courtroom drama. I loved Ally McBeal. That was one of the main reasons I went to law school. When you're a kid, you don't want to be teased. If I get 2 lines in the script, I somehow turn it into 20. I've got a bit of a bad habit of doing that, of just embellishing my little moment. When I was younger I did karate and martial arts, and I think it's really cool for girls to have those kinds of abilities. I come from a family of professional dog showers, one step above carnies, but I didn't want to join the family business. I think I appear very innocent and soft, but I'm actually very dark and edgy. It's a weird dichotomy. I come from the rougher side of Sydney. I don't know whether you can compare them to the projects, but in Australia, it definitely is the rougher side. I love rapping. I do. My styling's similar to Missy Elliott. I think she's so dope. In a weird way, that's how I first learned the American accent, doing American rap songs. In Australia, I wrote lots of little plays and put them on, and then I worked on a few different TV shows, like the Australian equivalent of SNL. I would write and perform all of my characters. I love it when the director says, "Rebel, just do whatever you want." I'm like, yes. I try to be healthy. I train 3 days a week with a trainer. But I do like to eat, clearly. And I do eat dessert every day. If I cut that out, yes, I would lose weight. I do acting for the awards, and cash money. Some people think success is overnight. I suppose, considering I came from Australia, it has been pretty quick. But I have a background in stand-up and improv, so I've really had to prove myself. When I was just a girl in Sydney, no one thought, oh, she's going to be a movie star. No one. I had to get by with actual skill and talent. For a comedian, you have to have a little tragedy or a dark side, just not too much. Otherwise it's too disruptive. I was sporty in high school. I played tennis and hockey, and was basketball captain. Then I went to university and stopped doing sport and started eating ice cream. Up until the age of 12, I went to dog shows every weekend. Mum showed beagles. It's a really competitive and eclectic world filled with characters who wear interesting outfits, similar to toddlers and tiaras, but with dogs. People ask if my parents are hippies, but they're actually very conservative. A girl called Rebel sang at their wedding, and that's where my name came from. I love talking in an American accent, even though it hurts my face after a few hours. I think sometimes girls look at Victoria's Secret models and think that they have to model themselves after that, but I really don't think that's the best. Even though they are called models, they're not the best people to model yourself after. No one in my family is in show business, unless you count dog shows as show business. I was planning to go into law or politics. I was well known for my public speaking. I went to an all-girl boarding school with uniforms. It was very posh for someone like me who came from a world where my parents showed beagles and sold dog products out of a yellow caravan. Visit our website for more quotes, quoting.com.